3, 2, 1.
Yo, we got your back when you driving to work or driving home. If you on a plane or you at the gym or you home alone, all you gotta do to listen to the shows, turn on your phone. Two Ugly Nerds podcast, tell you what's going on. This is the podcast.
Eric is ugly and would not judge anybody else.
There's no other insult.
When did you learn that you were
Two Ugly Nerds podcast.
Welcome to the
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Two Ugly Nerds podcast, the Nation Black Nerd community. I am your host, Derek, the podcast guy, and I have a blurred background today because Ashley is behind me playing Fable.
Fable.
Yeah, that's the only reason why it's blurred.
No, well, I mean, no, that's
right. He's not wrong at all.
Yes, Ian. I had a poor choice of virtual background that you informed me was inappropriate for me to use on our platform, so I removed it and used this blurred background instead for this episode. I feel like a floating head, but it's okay. It's fine. I'll get through it. Anyways, I am also always joined by my number one asshole of a co-host who is also somehow my best friend in Berserk Music, audio engineer / super producer, the father dad himself.
You know this.
The father dad.
But all right, we'll get that in sync next time. It's fine.
I heard you, Ian. I heard you.
You heard him coming early, right?
Oh man.
I was continuing with the intro.
Yeah. tripped over the rope there. We're good.
Right.
Also, always joined by Geronimo, Mr. Nintendo, our resident pro streamer, the console consultant.
Oh yeah, you already
everybody
know.
early today. Everybody early today. Y'all got quick triggers today, huh? Y'all got quick triggers today.
Yeah, we
y'all girls happy. That's cool.
Man, what's good, yo?
What?
What?
Nigga say.
I said I'm gonna be streaming real soon.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, man.
What are you streaming?
Xenoblade Chronicles 3. It drops on the 29th.
Oof.
Pretty much be streaming that for however long I feel like playing through it. I'm not 100% it because those games are too big, but I'll definitely go through the story and do some side things. But yeah, starting the 29th.
Is this something where you kind of already know where the game is going, or is it like a story you're like interested to keep diving into?
So, well, to keep it brief, the main pull of this game, it's the third one, but the main gist of it is how the shared world's lore is. It's combining world aspects of the first Xenoblade Chronicles and the second one, where like they're like these land masses based off of like big gigantic creatures that have like their own biomes and stuff. But in this case, it's like half of it's like a carcass of like a titan from the second game, and one's like a sword from a big tall one from the first game, and they're all merged together. But the story is supposed to be, as far as we know, the story is kind of like basically it's like it's gonna have some shared elements from the first two games, but I don't know like where the plot's gonna go. I just know it's gonna get kind of crazy. Not like out the jump crazy, but for RPG, I know it's gonna have a really good story. And based on what they show, they've improved pretty much just about everything from the other games I played in the series. So yeah, I think it's just gonna be great. So now I can't wait to stream everything. So
Dope. Okay, random question to throw you off, has nothing to do with being a nerd or anything like this. I have 2 boxes of cereal under my desk. What are the 2 boxes? Go.
Let me see. I think one of them is the Crunch Berry, Captain Crunch, just the berries. And
Oops All Berries?
Yeah, that one. And not Marshmallow Mateys, man.
This nigga Ian think I'm 22 still.
we way past those times.
Ian think I'm 22.
We way past those times.
Like I still got Captain Crunch in my.
No, facts. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying, damn, this nigga don't think I got like those sort of honey bunches of oats or nothing. Nigga didn't give me one of those. Like he could have thrown me like
that was gonna be one of mine, but
honey bunches of oats. Just the honey bunches.
I forgot to make those.
No, the cinnamon honey bunches of oats. That
Damn.
If you can find it.
That's facts.
Cinnamon honey bunches of oats is goated. Gerard, what's your guesses?
Oh man. Well, I was gonna say honey bunches of oats, but the regular one, or no, the one with the strawberries and cinnamon toast crunch.
Oh, cinnamon toast crunch. Shit, I forgot about that.
Okay.
We probably got
Gerard wins because technically,
wait, word?
even though it's not a box, I do have cinnamon toast crunch.
Nigga got it.
So Gerard wins. So Gerard definitely wins. No, the two boxes are
so specific though. I was like, damn, shit. I know at least one of them is it.
I thought Ian would get Raisin Bran Crunch.
Raisin Bran. Oh,
wow. You know what? Don't sleep on the Raisin Bran. Don't sleep. Don't hate on
You've never eaten Raisin Bran Crunch the whole time we were living together. We never.
Ian, that is a lie.
You never ate Raisin Bran Crunch.
That's a lie.
Oh man,
it was always the crunch berries. The marshmallow berries, the cinnamon toast crunch.
Well, because that's what I used to get the least. But once we was like working and like going more consistently and stuff like that, yeah, bro, I was always had Raisin Bran. Always have now don't get me twisted. I was eating the sugary cereals more still, but I always kept a box of Raisin Bran Crunch. My mama raised. First of all, I was raised on regular Raisin Bran, nigga, no crunch.
Same. I had to get smart crunch, and find the crunch. No crunch, and I don't eat my cereal with milk, bro. Oh yeah, you don't.
I struggle, bro.
Honestly,
like, come on.
To carry the only way I could eat the regular Raisin Bran, I had to put some strong teeth. You need honey on the regular Raisin Bran to make it like okay.
I used to throw sugar on that shit,
I
dog. I'm not gonna hold you, dog.
I did sugar a little bit, but then they got smart. They're like, no sugar. I was like,
hey, yo, the second you leave this house, I'm putting sugar on all the cereal. You got me fucked.
You look back like,
oh, my mom never sees this. I mean, she knows, but like,
I mean, yeah, it's just water in the bridge at this point. It's just kind of funny to look.
But yo, facts. The second my mom left, yo, sugar going on this regular. You think I'm just gonna eat regular Cheerios? Yo, I make my own honey nut. You got me messed up.
Oh, regular chip. You ain't had the honey nut.
No, my mom would get both sometimes. Why does that keep happening to me? I don't know. No, my mom would get both. I'm gonna get both sometimes, but you know, whenever she felt like honey nut was like the privilege though, like that's your little sweeter, you know what I'm saying? So if she feel like, oh, you think you just gonna have whatever with this week, all you getting is regular Cheerios. Now, I like to eat cereal while I read books and stuff as a kid, so I would eat the regular Cheerios because it's not really. I'm not really eating it for the taste. It's just occupying my hands to the book.
To the book.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Like, I'm surprised I'm not fat because I eat complimentary to reading. So that's all it was. But if you take away my Honey Nut Cheerios, you leave me with regular Cheerios, and then you leave the house and there's a bunch of sugar in the house and I can reach the sugar, well, guess what? I got sweet ass Cheerios, nigga. Like
sweet ass Cheerios.
Yeah. So
Matt, I'm trying to imagine a box walking and say sweet ass Cheerios.
Funny enough, speaking of sweet ass Cheerios, I told all that to say that I have
the sugar ones. Oh,
yes,
frosted
Cheerios. You can't.
I don't
because I'm blurring my.
Cheerios.
I knew because it was always a blue box.
If that isn't
Honey Nuts is the orangey box.
Of the century.
What?
Low cholesterol
frosted. Oh yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, they just have low cholesterol.
This is exactly what I used to do as a kid. They just did it for us in a box and call it frosted, and then say it's low cholesterol. Hey, whatever, bro. Y'all put the sugar on the Cheerios.
I'll put it in for you, man.
Yeah, appreciate that. Thank you, nigga. That's all I was looking for. I don't care how you did it. I don't care about the cholesterol and the carbs. Yo, put sugar on Cheerios. Good looks. All right, man. Let's jump into our first topics of the day. Technically,
just one for you. Of course, it is Apple related.
Of course.
Sue me. So I've had
direct that to you.
Direct that to Tim over there at Apple.
Tim Apple.
He'll sell that.
Of Apple, the company.
Had had the privilege of using iOS 16 beta this past couple of days.
In the future.
Exclusive.
Partially in the future. I have an iPhone 10, to be clear, so I was not able to test all the things that come with iOS 16. For now, eventually I will make the jump. It might be this year. We'll see.
It might be this year. It's 2022
right.
and you got an iPhone 10, bro. It might be this year.
Are we on 13?
Making that jump this year.
On 13 now. We're a few generations away.
Yeah.
You making that jump, bro. Yeah, you making a jump, bro.
10 plus 3.
It's time, dog. It is time. It's not even on no like, oh, you are like if the phone was like in perfect condition, able to keep up with more stuff, like on par with how you like to be up with technology. It would make sense.
It is in perfect condition. No cracks or nothing.
Not like that. But what I'm talking about is you know it's certain limitations on that phone based on its specs, what it can't do, what it can handle, battery, what it can output.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
so the limitations of it, and as a tech guy, it's almost like you have a responsibility to
keep up. Yeah.
No, you don't have to go get the latest. I don't think you should get the latest. I don't think you should. I don't think you should have to go get the latest. But yeah, you should have something that's a little more up to date that you can, really keep following everything through and come back to us and be like, nah, bro, they just did this and now my phone could do flips and shit on its own. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you like, nah, bro, if I had it, it could do flips, but mine, it just kind of flop on them.
It flop when it feel like flopping.
When it feel like doing it too, and do it at the worst time.
Yeah, I will say that with this beta is definitely showing how old my phone is. It's not able to handle a lot of the visual animations that come with the lock screen in particular. Like all the updates that they added to the lock screen with the way the notifications show up and the animation involved with that. My phone struggles with that. Also, my phone doesn't make it through the day anymore on battery. That's sure. I mean, I think partially it's because the battery is old as hell now. It's not able to hold a charge as well as it used to. Yeah. But also, a lot of these animations, I'm sure, are like really eating into the battery. This was definitely designed for like a phone optimized to handle all of this stuff, and not the iPhone 10. It's definitely struggling. But I mean, we'll see. I'm guessing that over time with the later updates, we haven't received an update since the initial one. We'll with more updates, I'm sure that'll smooth out. But as it stands right now, it's not. It's probably catered specifically to the iPhone 13, maybe the 12, but yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah, I need to go ahead and try to hop in there and mess around.
Mess with it, play around with it. I mean, if you don't mind, how jittery it kind of is with certain things, then I would say go ahead and.
I mean, it just depends because I do end up using my phone a lot throughout the day for different things. So I want things to remain copacetic still.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you don't mind the interruptions, but if you do though, I wouldn't suggest. I would suggest waiting.
Yeah, see, that'd be my own. That's my only issue. I can't do the random shit not working at the blue or whatever. Yeah.
There'll be like probably a beta like right before the official release later on this year in like September or so. At that point, maybe
it'll be a bit more stable.
Yeah,
to try shit out. Yeah, because I hate being the test subject on random shit like that.
Yeah, and I'm told I was like I used to do all the betas on the iPhone and over on Android as well. I think the biggest quality of life change was the lock screen.
I saw some pictures of it. Looks good.
Yeah, all the stuff that you can do to change that up. That's definitely really nice. The widgets, definitely the biggest change, I would say. Not a lot of widgets right now. I'm hoping that eventually other app developers will hop into this, depending on how much Apple will allow other app developers to manipulate that. But as it stands right now, there's like I think weather, battery, not too many options at this point. Calendar is another one. Alarm clock.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of their proprietary, I mean, not proprietary, but a lot of their in-house stuff. The weather widget is definitely useful. Nice little update, quick at a glance update. Not needing to swipe over to the widget screen.
Mm-hmm.
You just see it right on the phone as you open it. That's nice. I will say the worst or the biggest limitation is the amount of space that the widgets occupy. You literally only have like, what is it, 1x4 worth of space right under the clock.
Mm-hmm.
And the widgets go as large as 1x2. So you can have two of those alongside each other, or just 4 1x1s lined up on the bottom of the clock. That's, I'd be interested to see what other app developers can do with that limited space, but I can't imagine there's going to be a lot of utility. We'll see. We'll see. There's also the editing text messages, which is cool, and I can see that being very useful. But as it stands right now, if you don't have iOS 16, you won't even be able to see what an edited text message looks like. So that's useless until everybody has it. There's a bunch of other updates like being able to pull text from video, or pulling a picture, a subject out of a picture and using that as a sticker. I wasn't able to test any of that because I have my iPhone 10. If I put it on Crystal's phone, she has the iPhone 13. She'd be able to mess with all that, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's a lot of quality of life changes.
Yeah, I mean, they sound interesting. You know, I've heard a couple people talk about them. I mean, they look cool, but it's like one of those things again where it's not a jump for everybody to jump. It's a jump for the fanboys who are going to jump regardless because they need the newest thing or they just want the newest thing.
Yeah,
the rich folks who are just going to buy the newest thing because someone told them to. And everybody else, you're just sheep. I don't know what you're doing. Why are you wasting your money on buying the new thing that's not a real huge, significant jump for the majority of people out there? It's just not enough of a, I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh on Apple. Maybe they'll.
Well, I mean, they do try to be inclusionary, keeping all the older phones right up to the iPhone 8, up to date on the operating system updates. But
yeah, it's pretty good still. It's like 5 years or something.
Yeah,
like
that's just pretty. So it's a few generations.
True. Cool.
But yeah.
Cool, man.
Sounds like
Cool.
a dub, man.
So we will look to hear some more from the iOS 16 beta. I'll try to get into it this week, see if we can get some more thoughts and opinions.
Yeah.
Dope. Okay, cool. So now let's hop into console tea.
Console tea. I don't have tea, but I'm drinking a simply
I have
spiked
body
lemonade.
armor.
I have a simply spiked lemonade. That's it.
Nice.
Ian picking his nose as a pretend to drink. I like it.
Better wash them hands, bucko.
Yeah, come on, man.
That was an itch.
Kind of example you said.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it was an itch. Yeah, man. No,
That's what they all say.
I used to say that too, bro.
Yeah, it was fine.
No, I was just scratching the inside of my nose with my finger. Facts.
It's not like the nose hairs do it for you. Sheesh. All right. All right. So yeah, console tea. We really got a couple things. One from when this probably goes up. One from doesn't matter. We got a couple of things to talk about. They're not going to be too crazy or anything like that. Sony woke up one morning and they announced a new loyalty program called PlayStation Stars. It's going to be a free loyalty program. It'll come out sometime this fall. They didn't give a hard date, but basically where they'll have like opportunities where you can get these points and for even just like logging into the console at least once a month, something like that. they'll have like a variety of campaigns and activities, some for like playing, well, not certain games, but I think like playing games, getting specific trophies, maybe participating in certain tournaments, because they do every now and then be hosting certain fighting game stuff like Mortal Kombat and all that. And they said what you can, some things you can get with these loyalty points once you accrue them. Actually, before I say that, they said as an additional benefit, PlayStation Plus members enrolled in PlayStation Stars will be able to automatically earn points for purchases on the store, which that's pretty cool. That sounds good. But yeah, for one of the things that they're gonna have with as a reward are these things called digital collectibles. Which at first, when they tweeted this, it sounded like some crypto nonsense, and then they're like, "Whoa, no, it's not crypto. It's just some digital things in the store." And I was like, "All right,
collectibles."
Yeah, you say it like that. I was like, "All right, look, bro, don't do it. Don't do it. Y'all have no reason to do this.
Not NFTs, I promise.
Not NFTs." But unfortunately, it is not NFTs. Thank God. But they say it's like collectibles are as diverse as like a portfolio of products and franchises. I'm guessing it's gonna be like I don't know. You'll have like a little display thing, like an app or something. You'll have these little. You know what? I think it'll be kind of like how Astro's Playroom is, where once you go through the levels and you get the little nostalgia collectible consoles and stuff, they might have it like that in a sense, maybe not like Astro running around and checking stuff out, but maybe like a little trophy case thing or something.
I'm guessing there'll be a means of any other player to look at that those collectibles as you would somebody's trophies.
Yeah, I would think so too. Yeah, I think we might see a big update just on the menu overall on the PlayStation. I don't know if this is going to be just PS5. I'm not sure that yet. They didn't mention that. But let's just assume it's going to be PS5 and going forward. But yeah, that's pretty much it. They kind of gave little tidbits and didn't go too in depth. We'll guess we'll learn more as the year goes on, and when we do, I'll provide an update for us. And our second story, which is very recent, Xbox woke up, not for video games, unfortunately, but they woke up. Well, actually, speaking of video games, the Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels DLC came out this week. I didn't get it yet, though.
Was that this week?
Yeah, because I saw like some reviews and I saw a video of it, and yeah, that shit, yeah, it looks. So basically, real quick, so basically, just like a bunch of Hot Wheels stuff floating over their version of Mexico in like a sky type thing. So yeah, it looks pretty wild. But yeah, so they announced that Discord is going to come to Xbox consoles for Xbox insiders. I think they said really soon. So basically how it'll work is there'll be an update, of course, on the console. You'll be able to kind of like, I guess in the side menu, you'll be able to pull up the Discord and it'll show like friends or whoever, and I think it'll show like chats and things like that. But you'll have to make sure your Discord's linked to your Xbox account, which is pretty easy when you log into the Discord PC client. Now, I don't think this is for like specific servers. I think this is for like Discord friends, because you can't have a friends list on Discord. Kind of like how, like Zoom and Skype and all of them. Now, was it Slack? All of them work. Yeah. So, so allow you to connect your Discord voice chat to your Xbox Series or Xbox One console. So shout out to those that got the Xbox Ones out there. So yeah, but it's only for Xbox Insider. It's a free program you can sign up for. It's basically it's like their glorified like early access beta type thing. But that's cool. Even though we heard like I think a couple of years ago that PlayStation Discord announced a team up type thing. They've been cool with Xbox for a minute too. So hopefully we get the same thing on PlayStation in the future as well, just out of pure convenience.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that's it, y'all. That console team, mean. That's it. That is it.
And just like that, 2 sections are down. Okay, cool. All right, man. So we got a little bit to talk about here in our spoiler section.
Spoilers.
Let's kick it off with what y'all missed us on last week, Miss Marvel. We got a finale, so we can finally talk about the finale and the series in whole there. And then we'll dive into some of the news from this weekend.
Woo, a Comic-Con, boy.
Comic-Con, because that
crazy. There's a lot to talk about that. Okay. Yeah. So Miss Marvel finale, episode 6, the finale. Yeah, honestly, instead of going like play for the episode, yeah, I mean, I know it's been a little bit, but do y'all kind of, recall, how you felt about the finale and, how Kamala was dealing with damage control dudes, how we feel about Kamran and his abilities.
Yeah, like it wasn't bad. It just they didn't have it. It's the same thing where it's not that they chose the wrong story or didn't, do or say the right things. They just didn't have enough time to flesh it out to where more of what happened made a bit more sense for why people showed up in certain places they did at certain times. Like it was a mess all around when you can catch those little things. Now, if you can ignore all of that, I think the show's still a good show.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that because we're looking for so much detail since everything's all connected, you expect better from them, and it's and I'm not talking about the actors or actresses, I'm talking about like the writers and stuff like that and how they have to cut this down to 6 episodes. I know it's Disney telling them that, but like there's gotta still be a way y'all can cut this down and go, okay, yes, we have to cut this down to, this much time, but if we do it in this way, maybe we can still get the point we're trying to make across or something that's just not just, okay, well, we'll just cut out this important scene, this important scene, this important scene. And then at the end, all that shit that you missed still happens. But hey, don't worry about it. Like, it's just kind of, you see what I'm saying?
Excuse me. No, I feel what you're saying. Like, while I feel like for what they were trying to do with it, I think it stuck the landing well enough. They still, everything dealing with the clandestine in the Nord dimension, I guess we'll call it. Definitely the sloppiest part of the show. Just in general. Definitely wasn't fleshed out properly. Kind of similar gripes I have had with Falcon Winter Soldier last year with the Flag Smashers. It seemed, you can tell the plot either got gutted partially or characters, just the writing just wasn't as fleshed out as it could be due to maybe they couldn't, I don't know, changes due to COVID stuff. I hate that we're still saying this, but they did film a lot of this during that time, so it could be a matter of that as well. But I mean, I feel like for what they were doing with the episode, they came back to the States. Bruno and Kamran met up with Nakia, and they're trying to get like, yo, let's get you away from damage control dudes. Which I am glad it did turn out to just be damage control, just kind of being the final threat, I guess. Even though they've also were kind of skimpily, that's not a word. They were kind of skimping on like their inclusion in the show as well. It's like everything else to me, like regarding like Mala, the family, the culture, the family ties and the history of that stuff, and her friends and the neighborhood. I feel like those are all the things that carries the show for me. The antagonist just not being as fully fleshed out as it clearly should have been. And they kind of just got swept away in that episode 5, to where we just kind of got Kamran with similar abilities to Kamala, except he doesn't have full control over him like that. But yeah, it seemed that it seemed like it kind of was like a mixture of, yo, what's going on with Kamran? And then Kamala, she tries to tell her family like, yo, I'm actually, superpowered person. But then when you find out her mom was like actually too excited, she kind of did the parent thing that some parents do, like they excitedly tell the rest of the fam some good news before they can break it. So she told the fam and they figured it out. And then we find out that her mom gives her the costume, which is cool. It's apparently like more of a family thing. Yeah, that's cool. I'll give it up for that. Instead of just being like, yeah, I made this super nice highly detailed MCU costume out of nowhere. It kind of fit for the style and everything.
Yeah.
So it was cool for that.
I mess with the outfit for sure.
Yeah, the outfit's clean. So I fuck with that. But yeah, it seemed like the final conflict was like they kind of decided that the whole squad, Kamala, Nakia, Bruno, Cameron, and shoot, the white girl's name. Oh man, the friend from like episode 1, 2, who's like
the TikTok friend.
The popular girl who you find out is not like a super asshole. She's just the popular girl. That was kind of interesting,
basically.
And her brother was there too.
Yeah, but also she knew it was Kamala the whole time, and she was protecting her, even though no one knew Kamala needed to be protected yet.
Right. Yeah, I was like, this episode 6. All right. I was like, let's keep it moving.
That's fine. But just her showing up like just randomly, like, hey, I was here because the lighting in the theater, like
a lot of convenient stuff.
That was very convenient. 100%. Yeah.
What we're doing. Cool.
Yeah, that was convenient for sure. I was like, all right. Okay. Yeah, so they boarded up. They were like, "Yeah, we know the school so well." It's like they kind of did like I call it like a Home Alone type of thing, or the place they know the best is a place they live at, quote unquote, school. They don't live there, but you know what I'm saying. The place they're most familiar with is like their way of like trying to combat all the damage control, like not SWAT dudes trying to run up there and kind of get Kamran and Kamala. But then, and I guess throughout the whole episode too, Kamran's like, yo, where's my mom at? And then Kamala's like, yeah, let's get you upstairs. And it's like, all right, thumbs up where my mom at. But then he kind of gets he finds out that Najma did pass. And that's kind of how we got those abilities passed to him suddenly through the cracks and hallways from episode 5 and all that. That's still playing. But yeah, after that, he kind of, I think they're trying to kind of stay like in the school, but he kind of steps out. He's like, "Nah, man." It's like, "Fuck this." It's like they gave me this power. I'm going to use it to be offensive and strong. And he's about to blow up all those damage control like trucks and stuff.
He played with being a villain for a second.
He did. It was like a misunderstood, like, oh man, my powers. What the hell, man? Yeah, they kind of sped around that shit too. But then Kamal was just like, yo, don't do this.
She chose you for
yeah, exactly. Kind of the whole spiel. Like, yeah, she chose you, to pass on the her I guess the will of the clandestine, like use it to make it your power. You don't have to just kind of go on a tirade.
I was waiting for somebody to say with great crap power, man.
That was for sure with great power, great responsibility.
Yeah.
Vibe as well. But I was like, all right. But I'm glad he didn't just kind of do their own abridged version of that. I mean, we got the vibe. I feel like they knew what we were kind of going with because Kamal and Peter Parker are kind of similar, where they're like the hometown heroes starting out.
Yeah,
kind of ground level, but we'll get to how she's not ground level in a few minutes. But the coolest thing I think of the episode was when she decided to use her abilities to punch away some of the bigger, I guess, trucks and the drones and stuff that damage control people had. And she did her traditional embiggen thing where she got bigger, and the way they did it is, even though she has these glowy construct abilities, it's like she herself remained mostly the same size, but she kind of expanded her limbs and I guess torso part to where it seemed like she did grow, but it was more so the constructs grew outside of her as like the limbs. So that was fascinating. I see how they do it now. I was kind of wondering if they're gonna do something like that before the show ended, but we got it, so that's cool. And she punched, did the hand claps, knocked things away. So that was cool. I like that. But yeah, they kind of just said like, yeah. And we find out that one of the two main damage control spy people were actually kind of acting on their own accord, going a little too hard, trying to capture them. And the other one was like, yeah, I think it was the lady, right? The lady was kind of going on her own. Then we find out the dude when the call was like, yo, you kind of disobeyed, you shouldn't have gone as hard as any others, like just come back. And so they kind of took herself away, which that was kind of quick too, to be honest, but they had to have done something.
Was her character in another show, another Marvel show?
She did look familiar.
She looked mad familiar.
I was wondering that too ever since episode 1, but I guess I never mentioned it.
Like I thought that she might have been in like either Punisher or Daredevil or something, but
oh man, never mind. I never watched Punisher. Gotta do that. Gotta rectify that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much how the episode ends. I mean, we get an ending, and then we get credits and a post credit scene. But the ending is like, I think they said like a month later or a week later.
It was a week later.
It was a week later. Okay, that's right.
At least the first one was a week later.
Okay, yeah, the first one was a week later, and so it's like all as well as in well. But we, Kamala, they're all still there. Actually, they're all still in Jersey City. Bruno has Kamran's nice ass car from like the second or third episode, which is hilarious. But cool, Bruno got the dub. I like that. Yeah. And then they're like, "Yo, Kamala, so you want to go this and the other?" It's like, "Yeah, sure." And then Bruno's like, "No, wait, Kamala, I'll tell you something." And she's like, "What?" And she's like, or no, he's like, "Yeah, so I was doing some more research on your family stuff and the abilities, and it turns out it's nothing specifically family related." She's like, "Oh, word?" And he's like, "Yeah, it actually seems like it might be more DNA related, like it's a mutation."
I was like, "Hey!"
I was like, "Wait a minute, what the fuck?"
Was that the first time they mentioned a mutant?
Yes, it technically is. Technically it is. And then they played the little '90s X-Men jingle quietly in the background, just like they did. They did. No, I had to go back and like remember. It was very, very subtle. And I was like, okay, hold on a second.
Hold on.
This is exciting and gonna piss off those Inhuman fanatics.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Miss Marvel, the first mutant.
The first
in the MCU. Yeah. So yeah, that like low-key confirmed she is a mutant.
She's a mutant.
In the MCU. Roll credits. Oh, well, no, actually, no, before that. But then she kind of like, there was a pause. She's like, oh. Well, all right, whatever.
Just brushed it off like
she brushed it off. She was like, "Oh, well, it's just another like little label. I don't really care about that." Which at first I thought it was funny as hell. And I was like, "Yo, Marvel, they got humor over there, bro. They're playing."
Oh, they did do that.
They did. Isn't it crazy?
How did I miss that?
Wild.
That's crazy.
It's nuts.
That's wild.
It's crazy. So yeah, they're like, okay, all right, and then roll credits. And we get our post credit scene where like Kamala's in a room. And what was it? She's like I think her arm, her bangle is like glowing or something like that. And she kind of picks it up, and then she like teleports away in the room, and then Carol Danvers pops in with like look like she's kind of got her. It's not like a suit, but she's kind of like got like her regular. It's a style, but it's not like her full get up. It's like she's wearing the top. Yeah. And then the I don't think we saw lower waist.
It's like her pajama version of her.
Casual. Yeah. Captain Marvel.
What exactly happened? What?
I don't know, bro. That confused me. I don't know how that happened. I don't know why that happened. But then they end with the Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel will return in the Marvels.
Yeah, in the Marvels. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was wild. That shook me because I was like. I don't know what's going on. So just gotta wait a year or so.
So I guess Kamala is gonna mediate the tension between Carol Danvers and Photon.
She might. Yeah, I think she will. Yeah.
I don't know. Well, she does seem to have the personality to make everybody kind of work together.
Like, hey guys, come on, stop.
Yeah. It's like, come on.
Look at all these cool powers we have. Like, let's go.
I shouldn't be the most mature person in the room. Come on, guys.
Facts.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's how they're gonna play it.
I don't know, man. I liked it overall. It was solid. It was definitely still a solid show. I love all the cultural aspects. I think that was just for me. That was cool because it was stuff that even though I've seen and read before. One, it was. I don't want to. The word "nice" is not the right word, but it was good to see that this time period was represented again. That we got to see accurate depictions of different things, like it just seemed like a really solid piece. And it seems like, they actually did take their time to make sure they did their research and did right by the culture that they're representing on screen. And for me, that's like really good because coming from Disney, you could expect them to really not care about any of that, change up little things and say, oh, it's just comics or oh, it's just a story, it's just fiction. So for them to, make sure they took the time out to cast this way and
Yeah.
make everything look and feel natural. The only knock I have on this show is there were some times when they were back in Pakistan that they were speaking English. And I understand like
Sometimes. A lot
logistically
of
why,
times.
but
Yeah.
I wish they had made them be speaking like that
That
language.
I feel you.
And
Yeah, like a
Primarily.
like they
mixture
could
or
have still had
something.
subtitles or whatever
Yeah.
for us to translate or whatever, to read and follow along with what was being said. But I would have preferred that as well. Yeah, that's something Ashley was saying as well too. And I agree. Like it's
Yeah, I
just
can agree. Yeah.
I forgot
Yeah,
for
I
something that was
agree
a
with
little,
that. Makes
eh.
sense. Yeah, like it looked nice and everything, but like when you don't hear the language in their
Yeah.
country being spoken like as the main language, the first language, it kind of takes you out of it a little bit.
Yeah.
There are definitely parts.
Immersion, for sure.
Yeah, there are definitely parts of Karachi
Mhm.
that could have been better for sure. Like I liked it, but it could have been better. It's not perfect, so
Mhm.
I feel you on that. But yeah, ratings. We're going to talk about anything else beforehand.
I think I'm good. Yeah.
Ratings. Man.
I'll start off. I'll give it an 8. Strong
An 8.
I'll do 7.5. Maybe 7.
Okay. I hate this.
Ian
like
loves the
Ian give it
0.5s,
0.5
man.
less than Gerard.
I'm gonna start
Why-
with
why
I'm
can't I
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Ian
start
gotta
with
go first,
0.5s
bro.
next
You want
Ian
time.
gotta start
all right,
going first.
all right, 7. I was gonna say, all right.
All right, that's fine.
Because
That's
Ian
fine.
got to go first. Because I generally want to go 7.5, but Ian be taking like my guesses every time, so I gotta go for some other shit. Like, come on, and now I gotta like go. Come on, this
If
ain't
you
crazy.
feeling 7.5, 7.5.
7.5, bro.
All right.
There we go.
I think it's 7.5. It's a very solid story. Some good visuals throughout it, some cool, interesting dialogue and stuff like that here and there. But overall, some things not executed as well as they could have been for the level that we kind of expect from Marvel Studios. So,
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of the main theme. But I guess we can segue into how we'll talk about their phases. Oh man. So Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con. First Comic-Con since I think obviously 2019.
2020 since they did anything?
Yeah, 2019. Yeah, like in
In 2019,
person.
yes, I remember.
Big, yeah. So it's been going on this all weekend. Friday and Saturday, Marvelette stuff. Who's this? Oh, DC. Let's get DC out the way. DC only really talked about Shazam. Oh God, what's it called? Fury of the Gods.
Yes.
That's what it's Fury of the Gods. They showed a trailer. I think it's the very first trailer. I don't think there's been a trailer before this.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked all right to me. I never saw the first Shazam. I know. Ian kind of, or I think both of y'all kind of like the first Shazam movie. I thought it was
Shazam
cool.
good.
Not jump on my seat
Better
like,
than
yo,
better
DC
than
got
expected. Yeah.
No, yeah, it wasn't anything like that, but it was a fun first movie. Like I understood the appeal of it. It made you couldn't say, well, let me not say that. To me, it was just one of those movies you would watch and be like, okay, did it blow me away? No. Was it enjoyable? Yes. Like, yeah, I watched this
cool.
again. If people were watching it, I wouldn't be against seeing it again. I might not go out of my way or, go buy the triple disc Blu-ray, but if it's on somewhere, I wouldn't run in the other direction.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's a good movie. It's okay. It's a solid movie. And that's what Shazam is. It's solid. It's fun. It's got some funny jokes. It's got some over the top jokes. But for the most part, it's solid and it's got superheroes. Yeah. So I think they'll build on it. I think they're gonna have to develop more of the Shazamly if they want to keep, going in this direction. So the movie has to do a lot of that. So we'll see how much they get to.
Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, in the group chat, like I mean, even like so the first the trailers for the first movie didn't blow me away either. This is the same vein. This trailer wasn't amazing to me, but
It was alright. Middle of the
it
road.
was okay. But hey, maybe we'll go into the theater, watch this movie, and be blown away again. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this goes.
Blown away again.
Well, to me, I
Pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I was like, there we go. That sounds a little more,
blown away,
realistic. I was like, blown away. You was blown? Like, nigga, you was...
Pause. I ain't buying. I wasn't blown, but it was.
See, man, I was just talking about...
Nobody was talking about
yo,
you, bro.
He's a different type of nigga, bro. What is up with this nigga?
My mind was
No one was
near
even
there.
thinking in that direction. This
I
nigga
never had me on the mind.
Yo,
I never have me on the mind. We talk about
this
comic book
nigga
shit.
stay with me on his mind, boy.
I will say. I'm speaking of meat. I'm more interested in the Black Adam.
I am as well.
They did drop that trailer as well.
Mm-hmm.
They did.
Oh yeah, those are two trailers we got. Yeah. 2 movies that we knew were already coming this year. No more information about anything else going on, basically.
Right.
And they were just like, yeah, good luck, enjoy it. As Marvel is preparing to give us like everything later.
I do have one thing to say about the Shazam 2 trailer.
What's up?
Great to see Lucy Liu again. And making good. Looks great.
Yeah, she was in there.
That's all.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have to say.
Lucy Liu was in there.
Yep, she was a villain. I was like, oh shit. That was actually, I'll be honest. That was probably the only time where I was like, oh, my eyebrows raised. I was like, oh shit. I didn't know you're in this. Hell yeah. But yeah, that's it. That's really it. I still gotta watch the first one. I've been seeing that for the past 4 years.
Yeah, watch that.
3 years. Yeah, I think I will because I gotta fill out these days this week of just watching certain things. Leading up to Xenoblade. That's all DC, bro. Like I don't really know what to say about them, man.
I think that was it. Yeah.
That was literally it. Literally it. Derek, I know you posted some things about the Avatar. From Avatar. Yeah. Well, Avatar like Last Airbender, not Avatar Blue People.
No, we don't ever talk about the Avatar Blue
People. We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that. I don't care about that.
I will mention some about that later, though. We talk about Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, though. I think.
Oh well, yeah, that's
you probably know what I'm gonna talk about, or mention, I should say. I'm not.
Yeah, I assume. I don't know. Yeah, man. So basically, they announced that Azula is getting a solo graphic novel, and Korra is getting a trilogy of graphic novels coming next year. So that'll be really dope. And if I was cool enough, I would have already scoured the internet, and I would be placing in right now these pictures of what some of the covers look like. Hopefully, I can find some clearer images of it. Wow, I cannot speak right now. I've only seen the Azula one, which looks really cool. She's got on like a big, like this, like kind of tattered suit. She actually kind of looks like her mom character now, but obviously, she's still Azula, and she's probably, liable to go left on you at any time. So, not that much sympathy for her, but yeah. True. But if y'all know me, y'all know Azula's one of my favorite characters, especially from Avatar: Last Airbender. So. Definitely interested to see what they do with her character, how they continue to develop her and move her along and get her to wherever her eventual end is.
Mm-hmm. I'd watch a whole show where it's just her.
Same.
Oh yeah, 100%.
All the events following Last Airbender. Yeah, I'd watch that
for sure. Yeah, man. And then Korra getting her trilogy, man, that should be cool too. Hopefully that fills in maybe some gaps in the show that. Things to make a little more sense, or things they just want to expand on, or give Korra some new experiences. It should be cool.
You know what? Speaking of Korra and just Avatar, wider universe, whatever you want to call it, I don't think I ever mentioned this the past couple of months. There's been rumors that one of them did. I mean, Yeah, one of them officially got confirmed here. We've had rumors of Avatar Studios, which pretty much it's comprised of the creators of Avatar and basically their team of animators and screenwriters, pretty much the ones that are moving the series forward with like the graphic novels, movies, and series. There's rumors that there are going to be 3 movies over the next 3-4 years, I think. One, all we had heard was there was going to be a prequel Avatar movie about Kyoshi, which I was like, yes, that's what I've been wanting ever since they broke down the lore of the Kyoshi Avatar Kyoshi, who I think she was one of the Earth avatars. And she had the Black Forces energy. She didn't no fucks. That's one of them. There was another one featuring Team Aang, but a bit older. And then there was a Korra a Korra movie that's supposed to be coming. I think that's the farthest one out. But I can't recall. I think that's going to be continuing after her show. I believe that's what it is. I believe. But we did get confirmed. It was like on I think Paramount Plus's account or something on Twitter. They pretty much confirmed that the first movie they're going to do is about Aang and Team Aang, basically, like Katara, Toph, Sokka, all of them, and they're going to be young adults. So that'll be cool. I know they've done like graphic novel stuff over the years, and they were like older. Pretty much the way of continuing the canon after the shows ended years and years ago. Right. Yeah, but that's the first one we have that's confirmed that came from Comic-Con. I don't think they have a year, but I wouldn't expect any sooner than 2024, in my opinion. But yeah, I think that's all from the Avatar stuff from Comic-Con.
Yeah. I didn't see much else other than those 2 things being talked about a lot.
Gotcha.
There's probably some more stuff too, but
yeah, there's definitely some smaller things here. I'll just drop this since we're doing fantastic on time. I guess this was just FX being smart, but on Friday, on Comic-Con Day, they didn't have a panel or anything, but they dropped the final season trailer for Atlanta, the season 4. It's just teaser. They're back in Atlanta. They're not in Europe anymore. They had like a mixture of like references from the first 3 seasons in the teaser. It's coming out in September, so you already know. Okay. Birthday month starting out strong.
I definitely didn't finish the last season.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I need to get back in there.
I got you. Well, I mean, to be fair, they did kind of go the anthology route with like some episodes just being their own stories and some being,
I kind of messed with that route, man, honestly.
I did. No, I liked it way more than I thought it would too. Especially the last 3-4 episodes. I think those are like the best ones in the whole season. All bangers. Yeah. That final episode, and Zazie. Well, we'll talk about it in the future. But yeah, Zazie Beetz in that final episode. She deserves some sort of an award. She went off. But yeah, but that's really it. I just want to throw it in there. But all right, we here now. We here. Marvel came through on Friday and Saturday. Friday was Marvel Animation is what they're calling it right now. Let me see if I can get the whatchamacallit thread for that. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. So the main things they talked about on Friday. So they talked about one. They dropped a trailer for I Am Groot, which is coming out in August. It's 5 shorts, like 5 short episodes. I think they're gonna all drop in the same day, which is cool. That's better. Like I thought it was gonna be a show, and I was like, how is Groot saying I Am Groot gonna last for 3 or 5, however long the show is going to be? But yeah, they're just shorts. They're going to be, I guess, him as a little kid Groot from like Guardians 2, just doing cute Groot things. I get it. So that's cool. Shout out to that. Yeah. Trailer's out on YouTube, and it's pretty straightforward, basic stuff. Just him getting to antics. They talked about they talked about Spider-Man freshman year. They talked about a lot of stuff. This show won't even come out until 2024. Right. But all that they show, I'm glad they showed all this because we got a long wait. So Jeff Jeff Trammell, who he was one of the main dudes that worked on Craig of the Creek on Cartoon Network. So he's a bit more prominent as far as a Black creator in the cartoon animation space. So the fact that he's executive producing this show is a dub for the culture overall. But yeah, so he basically they didn't like show. Well, I think for at the Hall H, the panel, they showed some footage maybe, but they showed like a lot. They put up a lot of pictures. So basically, it's gonna freshman year. It's gonna focus on Peter Parker's origins of coming Spider-Man. It doesn't seem like it's a true prequel to like MCU Earth 616 universe. It sounds like it's going to be a different universe because like they have Norman Osborn in this, and who I assume would be Harry Osborn. And Norman Osborn, he's just a Black man, and they got Oscorp in his universe, and they showed Aunt May, so that's cool. They showed a bunch of like they showed a bunch of the villain characters, how they're drawn. Like we see like Doc Ock, Rhino before he puts on the big rubber suit or whatever, Scorpion, Chameleon, and a couple other more obscure villains like Unicorn and Tarantula, Speedy. Now I honestly don't know who they are, so that's new to me. They confirmed Doctor Strange and Daredevil are going to be in the show, and they kind of Doctor Strange has more of his comic accurate look. This all is kind of, it looks like the old school, like original 1960s Steve Ditko Spider-Man. So that's kind of interesting how they're going with that art style. And then Daredevil's in, he's got his black suit. And they said he's going to be voiced by Charlie Cox himself, which is awesome.
That's dope.
Yes, yeah, it was pretty dope. And they showed some of the suits Spider-Man will be wearing, like one of the new ones that I guess it's lesser known, but it's I guess what they call it, the Osborn suit. Basically, it's a red and blue Spider-Man suit that has more technical stuff and little orangey parts on it, kind of reminiscent of Green Goblin tech. And it looks like a suit that's similar to like Future Foundation, which is like a white suit, familiar from like Fantastic Four and all that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looks like to me, because it's like white with like little black lines inside. And then they confirmed the season 2. They just confirmed the season 2 the same day. They show all these photos and art and stuff like that. That's wild. It's gonna be called Spider-Man Sophomore Year. They didn't give a year for it, but the first season's coming out in 2024. They talked about What If season 2. It's coming early next year, so we're not getting it this year. Makes sense, not too surprising. They confirmed that Captain Carter from Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness is a different variant of the What If version, which I think we all kind of
I thought we kind of figured what the What If.
Yeah, I guess
they're look at What If as like almost like an animated version, not an animated version, like almost like the animated dimension of the same universe or something like that, if that makes it simpler, right? Like it's connected to the same universes as the live action stuff. Like it is connected. You could dimensionally jump between the two.
Right.
But it's happening over there. They're doing their stuff. And before that Ultron ever was able to even, you know what I'm saying? That Ultron might not have even been able to perceive the R4D, like it just would have been different. You know what I mean? So who knows?
Yeah.
When you start talking about dimensions and what they can and can't see and what they have access to. So I always figured they were separate, and any resemblance was just coincidental. I figured they were using it as a way to kind of soft intro us to these characters.
Yeah. Get some of us a bit more comfortable with the idea of some variant
someone
of
else
these
being
characters. Yeah.
Someone else being in these suits, other people taking these mantles and moving on. Because as we see, people don't handle that well. So yeah, definitely. I think that was a soft launch. And then we got to actually see a live action Captain Carter in the Multiverse of Madness. So that was like another layer on top of it that made people be like, oh, okay. But I still never, I never thought they were the same thing. I always figured they had to be separate for it to make sense, really.
Exactly. Not you're absolutely bro. You're absolutely right. I could have sworn they mentioned a few more things about What If though. There's not in this tweet thread, but I did read somewhere else where they talked about some more episode ideas they're gonna do.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna have an actual Scarlet Witch episode, like herself. I'm guessing it's gonna be more based on WandaVision. What was the other? There's something with Tony Stark.
Yeah, I remember there being a couple cool names. Why can't I remember them now? Oh man.
Yeah, it's kind of escaped me now. Damn, it's not in this tweet thread. But they gave some ideas, or they kind of teased some of the episodes we would see.
Right.
It is escaped me now, and this sucks. If I remember later, I'll mention them. But yeah, season 2. It's top of 2023, and they confirm a season 3. So yeah, we're just gonna see a bunch of the what if animated stuff of movies and shows going forward, which I'm all for that shit.
Right.
Let's see what else they talked about. Oh yeah, Marvel Zombies. Oh yeah, they talked a lot about Marvel Zombies. So yeah, they confirmed it's gonna be the same universe of that one episode from last year, which is great. It's great. They said Zombie, Hawkeye, Captain America, Abomination, Ghost, Captain Marvel, Scarlet Witch, and Okoye are confirmed. They said hero characters include Yelena, Black Widow, Katie from Oh, really? I didn't catch that. So Aquafina's character is gonna be a character. Even Aquafina gonna get a little bad voice acting. I mean, she's voice acting before, so that ain't anything new. Kate Bishop, Red Guardian, Jimmy Woo. I don't know who Death Dealer is. Okay, Shang-Chi and then Kamala Khan. And they show like art of how they look. Some of them look very similar, like Kate Bishop and Red Guardian with almost spitting image, where like Shang-Chi and Kamala, they have slightly different get-ups for their looks. So that's cool. There's a post-apocalyptic Black Widow team and Skrull biker gang. Okay. Zombie Icarus is in it from Eternal, so we're gonna get a little bit of Eternal stuff. That's gonna be a problem, actually. Zombie Superman.
Zombie
basically.
Icarus. Yeah, that sounds bad.
That's gonna be a problem. And this will also be the first TV or first mature rated Disney Plus show. They said it's going to lean into gore and violence to the comics, which is perfect. It's exactly what your boy wanted. Said this last year. I'm glad they're doing it. So that's dope. And then they go. They talk about X-Men '97. The animated series is going to continue from the '90s cartoon. They said the base team is the same, like Rogue, Beast, Cyclops, Jean Grey, Wolverine, Storm. They gave Storm the silver frohawk, well, not frohawk, but it's a mohawk type look with her hair. Jubilee, she looks more Asian now. Shout out to them, getting with the times. And they say that Magneto's going to lead the X-Men on the show, which is interesting. Which I need to finish the animated series, see what happened with Professor X. Pretty much all the main characters from the show are going to be back, like Cable and Bishop, Forge, from like the future episodes, and then Morph, who looks, he's the shapeshifter or whatever. I don't think he's ever been live action, so it's interesting. And they talked about villains. Like, honestly, it's a lot of familiar faces and names and stuff, like Mr. Sinister, dorky ass dude with all the leather and the weird striped cape back. He is a comic book looking comic character. He's gonna be the main villain again. They showed footage there, but since we're plebes and we're not at Comic-Con in Hall H, we will not see that. So that sucks. Maybe they'll show it at this D23 later this year or something. This got me because I've been telling you, I've been watching the X-Men series on Disney Plus off and on for the past 2-3 years, just a few episodes every now and then. They said that Disney Plus is finally rearranging the episode order for the X-Men animated show. So now I'm like, what? How wrong was I watching the show then?
Nah, they must be changing something to fit what they want to do now instead of
it has to be
riding around whatever their problem is.
It has to be, but then when I look at like people are saying that like supposedly the episodes are listed in syndication order, like how they're ran, which put them out of order of how they actually supposed to be.
The director's order,
I guess so. Yeah, syndication orders can be different to fit certain time blocks. The station. Okay, so I guess all right. I guess that makes sense when you think about it. Like certain shows, especially like Justice League, they'll just show episodes out of order, just whenever they feel like it half the time, stuff like that. So I guess is what they mean. So that's still weird though. Why didn't you just do that from the jump? I don't get it. Anyway, let's see. Oh, here we go. Here's the What If Season 2 stuff. My bad. So they said that the Avengers team for What If Season 2, I guess in an episode or whatever, it says Captain Carter, Black Widow, Iron Man, Thor, Hawkeye, Wasp. That's cool because Wasp in the comics was an OG of founding Avengers member, so that's cool. Bigfoot's confirmed to exist in the Captain Carter universe. That's funny because Bigfoot is technically a character in Marvel, quote unquote.
Wow.
It's just silly. Yeah. Melina Bostkov runs the Red Room. Oh, so there's going to be more Captain Carter things going on for sure in season 2. That makes sense. They're pushing Captain Carter. Let's see.
Watch the show or
I don't think so. Not for us, at least.
okay.
I think that's just what they're saying. I think what they showed an episode at Comic-Con and they said it was Captain Carter focused. So I guess the episode was just a Captain Carter universe episode, and they have their own Avengers team. Let's see. So I think and that's it for Friday for animation. So yeah, it's gonna be a busy couple of years, pretty much. All right. So the real mean potatoes. Saturday, live action. Where's the tweet thread? Oh, here we go. Actually, I don't even have to go through the tweet thread. Let's just go over the phases. We're not even gonna do that. So Kevin Feige came through on the stage. He pretty much was talking, here's what we got our current slate. Here's phase 4. And they post the image. I sent y'all the images, but I'll post them again just so we can kind of glance at them real quick. Oh, these are actually a little too small, but it is what it is. I'll just post in our chat. So yeah, phase 4, we've gone through. It's almost over. We have is She-Hulk in August and Black Panther Wakanda Forever. In November. Yeah, I just said that. I don't know why I have a brain fart. My bad. But yeah, so that's cool. I mean, that means we're almost done with this kind of weird phase, up and down quality, shaky sequels, different takes on new series, including the shows. Hopefully, we don't have any more pandemic catastrophes and things like that going forward to mess up production. So hopefully phase 5 going forward will be clean break. So yeah, phase 5 starts top of next year. Actually starts with Ant-Man Quantumania. February 17th, and then the Secret Invasion. That's a Disney Plus show. That's gonna be about Nick Fury. Well, actually, they said it there. It's part of the tweet thread, but they said Nick Fury returns to Earth in that show, and that's where he's like, "Yo, there's scrolls everywhere, fam. What the fuck?" And that's pretty much the whole thing. It's like him, Maria Hill, some of the old guard from Shield trying to. They call it a dark thriller. That's the term they used. We'll see. It's another 6-episode show. We shall see. We shall see. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, May 5th, 2023. They had a lot of the main cast come out. They announced that the villain is going to be the High Evolutionary, which makes sense because he runs Half World. That's where Rocket Raccoon was created. So we're gonna get a lot of Rocket origin lore stuff. We're also gonna get Adam Warlock with old buddy. I can't remember the actor's name, but he was there too, saying, "Oh, it's great to be here." All good stuff. So that's cool. Echo, summer next year in 2023. This old girl from Hawkeye. We're gonna see how she deals trying to dip away from Kingpin. There's rumors that Daredevil will be in this show in some fashion as well. I believe it's another 6-episode joint. It is what it is. Loki season 2, summer next year. We know the vibes. I'm assuming it's another 6-episode season. It is what it is. July 28th. I can't read that. The Marvels. That's it's a sequel. We're gonna see Captain Marvel. We're gonna see Monica Rambeau, who will probably just be called Spectrum, and we'll see Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, all in this movie, directed by Nia DaCosta. So once again we got our peoples in there. So this will probably be not a high bar to clear, but it will be a very good sequel. I'm expecting. Blade will be out November in 2023. Mahershala Ali is gonna be Blade. I think old buddy Jon Snow from what's his name, Kit Harington, whatever. Jon Snow from Game of Thrones. Yeah, he's gonna be probably be Black Knight in this. So that's cool. We'll probably hear more about that late this year. Ironheart
sword.
Right. I know, right? Isn't that funny? He's gonna swing a sword again. Hey man, they knew. They knew. In fall next year, Ironheart. We're gonna see her in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Don't really know what else to expect for this. I feel like they're gonna take more creative liberty with this because she's still a relatively new character. I think she's newer than Miss Marvel, so we'll see.
Really? Oh yeah. Riri is right. Yeah.
Riri Williams. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that just on the basis of I don't know what to expect.
Right.
Outside of her, being hella smart and building suits, and I don't know, probably gonna fight Iron Man related villains.
Right.
Okay, so they say winter 2023-24, so they don't really know where it's going to land. So this is probably December 2023. This is probably going to be top of 2024. The Agatha show, which they now have dubbed Agatha Coven of Chaos. Hey, look, uncharted territory. They got the WandaVision stands. They're strong. They're vocal. On the internet. The MCU is large. Derek knows, but the MCU is a very large fan base of a lot of different voices and opinions. Within that is a equally large and outspoken WandaVision. It's the stands. They out there. That's all I gotta say. So this show exists because of Agatha Long and to feed those folks. That's really, to me, that's how this show exists. Because she's definitely like a D-tier side character. And then, okay, the hype shit. Here we go. The hype shit. Actually, all of these next three are the hype shit. Daredevil, Born Again.
Yeah.
Spring 2024. They said, well, so they didn't, I don't think they really commented on this here, but it is believed it will continue the story from the Netflix shows, the 3 seasons. But it's going to be their take of it and being like a soft reboot. So I think it's their way of it's going to continue a new story with Daredevil. They're not going to wipe out everything from the shows or anything. But they did say that they confirmed Vincent D'Onofrio will be Kingpin again. So hell yeah.
Oh man.
Fire.
The Kingpin.
Yep. So that's gonna be fire. And they said it's gonna be an 18-episode show. So there's one, y'all. There's one. There's one. We just gotta be here to 2024 to witness it. They gave a nice shiny logo and a subtitle for the Captain America movie. Sam Wilson, Captain America: New World Order. That just sounds fire to me. That just sounds like it's gonna be fire. I just like that subtitle. It just sounds good. That's May. That's got the May 2024 slot. So that's gonna be a big movie. They usually put like their big movies in the springtime, or at least they try to. So that's probably gonna be a really big movie. And then that July 2024, and that's gonna end Phase 5. It's gonna be Marvel Thunderbolts, which we've talked about for the past year and a half, roughly. At least I've talked about it. They've been planting the seeds for Thunderbolts.
Seeds on all the shows. Yeah.
So Thunderbolts is going to be a stealth Avengers movie because they're like Black Ops, like kind of sort of Suicide Squad-esque. Whatchamacallit? Anti-hero / doing the dirty work. Vigilante team. Pretty sure it's gonna be Yelena, Black Widow. It's gonna be there. What's old buddy's name again? But U.S. Agent from Falcon Show. There's gonna be a bunch of people. Probably Taskmaster, much to my disdain, but they gotta do something about that character. There probably a lot of them. Don't really know what's gonna lead up to that just yet. I feel like we have to go through next year to get an idea. But that's gonna cap off phase 5. So I think that should be pretty exciting. But then the final thing, he just kind of came out and just said it. Phase 6 begins top with. Well, actually, let me find that actually before I even say that. Let me find the specific image for it. But basically, it's phase 6 begins with Fantastic Four movie.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the date.
I don't think they gave us an exact date.
They did.
There's a date in there.
I think it's at the end of 2024.
Man, I wouldn't trust that shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't.
It's probably gonna. I do think
I doubt that sticks.
I think the phase 6 stuff is gonna slide for real.
At
trying to
minimum.
Yeah, it's gonna slide for sure.
Assuming we don't go into another pandemic or
they're saying
shut down.
Yeah,
and
Fantastic Four November.
They currently have. Yeah, I think it's the 6th. They currently have for November 6th, 2024. We'll see.
Yeah, 2024.
And then there's a bunch of other dates. Well, not really dates, just generic like fall this year, winter that year, spring that year, summer this year. And then the last 2 they show at the end of phase 6. Why don't I have this image saved? I thought I had it saved. Weird.
May 2nd, 2025.
Oh, I do have it saved. You got it too. So cool. I probably posted in the chat and forgot. May 2025. Goddamn, that's in 3 years. Avengers, the Kang Dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty big deal. That's pretty. And in between that and Avengers Secret Wars, that's going to end phase 6 and end this, they call it the multiverse saga. That's November 7th, 2025. So there's going to be two projects in between that. So we don't know if it's 2 movies or 2 Disney Plus shows, a movie and a Disney Plus show. We don't know. That's all they gave us. That's pretty big. I honestly think these Avengers movies are gonna slip, or one of them's gonna slip. I think Secret Wars is gonna slip. I don't think they're gonna get both of them out within the same year. I just don't think so. I think stuff's gonna happen. I'll be surprised. That's all I'll say. The only things we know about the movie, and I don't think Derek Manix, you might have seen me retweet this last night, early today, but I saw a tweet that basically said that confirmed the Russo brothers are not directing those movies.
Oh,
so that's interesting. So that's interesting. We'll see how that goes. I mean, it's so far in the future at this point. I'm not even really gonna think too hard about it, but curious, very curious. In between all that, they had a trailer for She-Hulk, a new She-Hulk trailer. I think it was pretty good. CGI is a bit better, but things like I used to the whole She-Hulk look in the show. And they showed kind of the premise of she's going to be a lawyer for random super human people. Regular Hulk, Bruce Banner Hulk is all up in it. They had Wong pop up a couple of times, and you got the drip. Finally, the Sorcerer Supreme drip. And at the very end, they teased Daredevil, Charlie Cox's Daredevil, so he's going to fully return in this show in August, which is awesome. And he has he's got like a version of his classic original yellow and red suit, which looks like they needed the colors a bit, which I think will work because that suit was a very, very bright yellow and red in the comics. Like I'm talking like ketchup and mustard bright, very bright. But yeah, that's dope. That's dope that the Daredevil is getting respect again. And at the very end of the Comic Con, of course, they ended it with Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. And before they even dropped the trailer, they had he actually had the band or the group, the musical act of what's his name? I gotta find his name again. I looked it up last night and
Ludwig.
No, well, he's doing the soundtrack, but the talking drum parts. Baba Mal, there we go. The vocalist who's like, I'm not gonna do it here because I don't want to destroy all ears, and I don't want to destroy our listeners' ears or the viewers' ears, eyes, viewers' ears. But yeah, they had him come out. He did like a big performance with the drums, and it was fantastic. Watching the video, I was like, oh shit, this is amazing. It is amazing. And then you had Ryan Coogler come out and introduce everyone. They showed the trailer. All right. So that trailer. I watched it well over a dozen times.
Yeah,
I gotta say, that's one of the best cut trailers, or one of the best cut trailers I've ever seen. Of movies.
Yes.
I don't like. It's just
that.
Oh,
that
man.
was solid. That was I think I'm pretty like coming out of there as soon as I finished watching. I was like, yeah, that was probably the best trailer I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, and no woman, no cry.
Yeah,
interlaced with Kendrick. All right, I was
like that was fantastic. Who came up with that? Jesus Christ, give him a raise. You're not paying him enough.
Yo, it's too good.
Wow.
Yo. And at the end, where you hear Kendrick, and when I wake up, I was like,
yeah, it was dope.
I felt that. Oh.
Yeah, whoever picked that arrangement or placed that together, or whoever's idea that was, whoever helped birth that, you deserve a gold star, like a big one. Like you deserve whatever. Your name in the credits somewhere else more.
Grammy
more niggas to see it, put featuring it or
just
something.
for the trailer. Just for the trailer, you get the Grammy, yo.
There is a tweet that one dude, I guess from the sound team, he actually came out and was like, oh, big shout out to the sound team, this and the other. And he added a bunch of people that worked on the trailer, and they all were just like, yeah, we put our whole foot in this whole trailer. Everyone was like, yeah, we did everything. We did everything we could. So, all right. So what y'all think of the trailer? What y'all thoughts? We saw a lot without spoiling a little, which is great. But
I mean, I think I'm quick with it, man. The trailer managed to make me feel emotional,
same,
while also not making me focus on the fact that T'Challa isn't there,
right?
While also still making me want to watch the movie, which is the part I didn't think would happen. Right? I figured they would present a plot. I figured they would present, maybe a couple interesting twists or things like that. They try to lead you down. But I wasn't sure they would be able to get me to want to watch it with or without T'Challa. I was always going to watch it anyway, but be way more judgmental without T'Challa there. This makes me want to not watch it from a very neutral base, like just straight up, you know what? Let me go into this with no bias and just take this movie for what it is when I get out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the handshake with Riri was really, I still think that's like the moment of
that's really important to me. It's like
that's the moment of the whole trailer for me. So
it's very obvious who will take on the mantle after seeing that how that scene played. It's very, very obvious.
100%.
Yeah. I thought, the first half was very emotional. It was clear that they're going to depict a funeral for T'Challa.
Yeah, it was a memorial
in the movie
type of deal,
or a memorial.
This whole trailer felt like a memorial type of deal.
It did. It really did.
So they definitely chose right. It was a good choice. It was for those, like, because I think a lot of people felt the way you felt, the way Derek did, as far as not being interested, considering T'Challa's absence.
I was pretty nervous, to be honest. I was like, oh man,
but I
just wasn't sure.
I think it kind of let down that barrier. Like, okay, let's see what's going on here. There was you felt the respect. You felt the respect.
Fair.
Coming out of this one. Yeah, it was just okay, he's gone now. We're just gonna keep moving.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and I agree. Yeah, Namor, just the way I thought that he looked really dope. Like I can't wait to see him kind of in full, obviously, not in the trailer when we get to really see him. No lighting fucking up his costume. I want to see like everything all the way out. I think that'll be crazy, man.
I'm just I'm just surprised that they gave him like big ass ankle wings. Cause I mean that's part of his character design, but it's just like, oh, they went all in on
and
that.
actually did it.
Yeah.
They're so weird when they decide to when they want a fan service and when they don't care.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I think they kind of went hard because the way they're depicting Atlanteans are more that Mayan, Aztec, ancient culture, which I think that's a good. I mean, outside. I mean, one because of inclusion in the culture and everything, but two, I think it's just an interesting take. You know, we used to seeing underwater white folks. Be even paler underwater. Like, all right, look. But this, you know, it's cool. It's, you know, they got the royal garb and everything. It just looks cool. It's got the right amount of style and substance. It looks great. We saw a couple things of Riri in there. She didn't have a suit on or anything, but you know, we saw her. They kind of did the whole Tony Stark Iron Man 1 kind of like nod where she's like constructing what I guess would be her first suit. She like hammers out the iron heart, which is, you know, pretty on the nose. But, you know, it is what it is.
Super on the nose. I was like, yo, why did she just armor out a heart? But okay.
That's fine. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I guess for folks that just, you know, it did look dope. I had no problem with that. I was just like, yep, well, all right, cool. But I guess it's really for, you know, everyone else, they don't be following, you know, the discussions and the leaks and rumor mills and all that. So, you know, it's cool. Yeah, I mean, that looks like, I think that's going to be the best thing of this. Well, one of the best things of this entire phase 4, like straight up, like absolutely one of the best things. I'll trust the process. I trust Ryan Coogler. I trust, you know, the folks he's working with there. So yeah, trailer was good. Very, very, very good. Good way to end their Comic-Con Hall H. But yeah, I think that's the main stuff for Comic-Con. There's some smaller things like I think the Game of Thrones prequel show, the trailer. I don't know if y'all are.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
I've seen some of it, but I watch Game of Thrones genuinely from a observer standpoint.
Yeah.
So I am not a.
So you're not super into like the lore and all that for like.
No, I'm super into the lore of what I saw. I'm not going to go. I haven't had any desire to go read any of the books or anything like that. I don't know exactly where. I've read bits and pieces where people have like told you to go look out, but I'm not.
I wouldn't, because man, even whatever his name, J.R. Martin, he's not even finishing this whole series. Yeah.
That's what it clearly seems like. So I'm not like, when I say like, yeah, I'm into it, I'm just into it, you know, for the actual show. But I like to like, I'll watch along, you know, like I watch the Emergency Awesome videos or whatever, watch other YouTubers who make videos on this stuff. But really, I'm just watching and then reacting to whatever I saw. You know, I'm not really doing it, you know, because I don't know. It's just different.
I feel you on that. Yeah, I wanted to mention it because I know y'all are watching it in hardcore.
Yeah,
over the time.
Yeah. I watched the trailer. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I just saw a bunch of dragons, a bunch of white people with them.
Well, see, okay, we'll see.
Isn't they call it like House of Dragons or something like that?
Yeah. Well, okay. I'll do a quick little explainer, right? So basically, you got House of the Dragons, and it's House Targaryen, but obviously we're years ago. When they had
years ago. Is it Mad King?
About 200? No. Like we're like 200 years before the events of Westeros. So this is the old age of a slightly older generation of Targaryens. They're having infighting based on who's going to become the next king, based on you know, different situations going on with birthrights versus who should be the actual heir versus who's old enough. So it was a whole bunch of complicated shit, caused civil war for people wanting power. That's basically it. That's kind of the plot of it. And then as that moves, people move.
Like, okay.
Yeah. And in the end, Arya Stark, you know, kills whoever the hell the antagonist is.
Well,
you know.
Hey. No, I mean, it's just a war between the Targaryens. So then, but then obviously like that, that spreads out. You got the Valerians, who are half Targaryen. So they're the black family that you see with the blonde hair. They're half Targaryens, so they're Valerians. They're I don't know that it doesn't seem that they are necessarily allowed to ride dragons. I don't know if they are or not. They might not be dragon riders, but they are the richest people in the seas at the time period. So our black characters aren't just you know, side write-off characters that we just going, oh yeah, well, I guess he gonna be black, but we never gonna see him or something, you know. No, that's a real character. So yeah, man, I am excited for that. I do think that will be really good and will restore some of the hype Game of Thrones needs back in it. Because
yeah, so long as those two guys are not involved.
no,
I don't think they are.
Yeah. No, they're not. They're not. I keep them far away from them.
And maybe
Yeah,
I'll watch
I think
this.
we'll be all right. We'll be all right.
No, definitely agree.
Okay, well, I think that's all I can recall from Comic-Con that I was looking at over the weekend.
True. Yeah, I agree. Everything I saw, I think we discussed and got to. If there's anything you saw that you know we might have missed, or that you were hyped about and we missed, definitely let us know so we could check it out too. Maybe we did miss it for real.
Yep.
But yeah, man. Yeah, I didn't expect that much information from a Comic-Con get that quickly, like just like that out the blue, kind of. I expected some info. I expected the trailer. You know, I expected certain things
I expected
that we
stuff
did
just
get that people would consider big. You know, but I didn't expect all of that announcing through Phase 6. You know,
I was shook. I did not expect any of that either.
The last time they discussed the phases, they had their own little conference for that.
Yeah, man. Like it was.
To do it here is interesting. It's like different.
No, they're excuse me. They're known for doing some big announcements at. I mean, I think Hall H at whatever convention center is out there. I think it's in San Diego. Does the name? But whatever convention center they're in San Diego, Hall H is like the big room or whatever, where like the big stage where all the major players come out and announce shit. So, like, I think that's where that's when they first announced like all the main folks for Infinity War and things like that.
Oh yeah,
that's where they first showed stuff for like Black Panther. And I think that's when they first announced Chadwick there.
Yeah. If you recognize one thing, it's that SDCC background. That's anytime we talk about like Marvel reveals new characters coming out, the SDCC background is almost synonymous with it because that's where they're always talking about it.
So that one year with the Disney Day year, that was like the first time they did that, where they introduced.
Oh, where it was a little different because that was from the investor call, right? That's what they're talking about.
It's like a glorified tweet thread of just like a logo and saying this is starting this time or this got announced and things like that.
That thread.
No, I'm talking about there was a Disney Day where we were all like watching it. It was
Disney 23 or D23. They said they're gonna have that this year, and I think that's what we're gonna get.
Got you. I'm caught up. Okay, my bad. I'm caught up. Yeah, that you threw me all the way.
I'm actually glad we mentioned that because the one thing, real quick, that wasn't an omission from stuff they've announced before that I didn't see them date or whatever is the Armor Wars show. That's the War Machine show.
Yeah,
they didn't talk about that at all. So I'm guessing that's gonna be.
People were upset about it. I didn't notice that too.
I was more confused. Yeah, I mean,
I'm confused too. Yeah, that's really weird.
Apparently, the writer for the show meant he did the thing on his own. Said he had the show ain't dead, it's still gone. We'll announce more soon. So for whatever reason, that just was not. I don't know. For some reason, they just didn't date it. I don't know. Maybe they'll. I don't know. Maybe they'll date it at D23 because they've talked about doing that again this year. I don't know when. Sometime in the fall, I guess. Yeah, the fall is the live stream though. And that's D23. That's for all Disney stuff. Okay. So we're probably gonna get more of like the Star Wars stuff outside, like I think Andor and Bad Batch season 2. Yeah, we'll probably get more like Mando and Ahsoka and probably
time-wise that made sense for them to do it this way.
Yeah, I don't think they did a D23 last year. I think that's what it was. I think they did the Disney Plus Day on Twitter, and that confused me because I thought D23 I thought that was going to be D23, and it turned out just a tweet thread, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Yeah, but Yeah, that's it. Okay, that's everything. I remember now. The Armor War stuff. That's it. But yeah,
For sure. Yeah, the Armor War thing. I'm glad you remembered to bring that back up because that was just a little disappointing not to see any progress on that. But hopefully. I mean, I did see that one of the writers or somebody did come out and say something like, "This show is definitely still coming out, like 100% still coming out. Don't worry, guys." I mean, they're all gonna say that, right? Like, I don't know why would they not tell you that?
I'm guessing they're just still writing. I guess.
I hope that's what it is. I hope that's what it is.
Because a lot of the other shows are coming to Disney Plus. They're filming now. Like Echo is filming, Ironheart's filming, or shooting, whatever you want to call it. Loki season 2 has been going for like a couple of weeks now. So yeah, a lot of the shows for next year are going. They're shooting now. So I don't know. But at least it still exists. Don Cheadle, let me get a show, bro, or whatever. I mean, he don't really need the show, but he needs the show. He's Don Cheadle. But yeah, that's it, man.
Cool.
That is it.
Dope, man. Dope. Thank y'all for listening to another dope episode from the guys. As always, like, share, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, enjoy. It's been Two Ugly Nerds, but there's three of us. It doesn't work that well when I'm in blind. It's two ugly
There's
nerds,
three
but
of
there's three of us. Draw, do the thing. Peace.
There's three. We out of here. We out here. Oh no,
I am missing a finger. I am missing a finger. My dog bit my finger. He's a dick.
Oh God.
Yeah, it happens.